Thank you so much, Smita, for taking today's session. Thank you.
Sure, Anita. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. So, hello, friends. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. So we will start the session. We will just do a 1-minute meditation and then we will start. Let me just start the timer. Okay. 3, 2, 1. So basically we will clasp our hands like this. I think yesterday Anita showed how to meditate, right? So clasp your hands like this, cross your legs like this, and then just start to relax your body. The more you relax your body, the better you will be able to connect your breath and the slower your thoughts will be. And the more you will be able to do this, especially with the practice of gratitude and other things. And then as you keep applying and magic keeps happening in your life, good things will happen. And then once you start seeing a lot of abundance, then your mind will also start becoming relaxed. Rather, in your day-to-day life, you will start becoming relaxed. All of those negative thoughts will go down. And then you'll be able to connect to a breath a lot more faster. So we will just do the practice and then we will get to this over a period of time. Okay. So I'll just start the 1-minute timer now. Just close your eyes, clasp your hands, cross your legs, and then just start focusing on your breath. Slow and relaxed breaths. Come back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we will start our practice today session. So the second chapter of this book is called The Magic Rock. Yesterday we did count your blessings, right? So yesterday your even your exercises were to see what are the good things you have in your life and consider that as a blessing, and then count your blessings, which means you're going to write your blessings. And every day in the subsequent chapters also, daily you will be counting 10 blessings in your life. So as much as possible, try to say different things. Don't keep saying the same thing. The more you try to think, force yourself to think, what else I have in my life? What else is good in my life? Basic start with, I have breath, I have food, I have clothing, I have shelter. You can start right from there. And then over a period of time, ideas are going to come. When I started this practice about a month ago, or even less than that, I used to hardly get 10. I mean, although I knew there is a lot of gratitude, in the first shot, only 10 will come into your head. Slowly, as you continue to practice today, in very short period of time, I'm able to write 40 to 50 gratitudes every single day in a very short period, maybe 15 minutes or less than that. And handwriting and speed also has begun to increase because of this 1 hour of practice that we are doing every single day. So over a period of time, I think our writing will become really good. So it says, reflect upon your present blessings, of which every man has plenty, not on your past misfortunes, of which all men have some. It's Charles Dickens says everybody has problems in their life. Who doesn't have a problem? We all have come to earth majorly because we have to resolve our karmas. And in that, everybody has problems. So there is no two ways about it. But instead of focusing on the black spot, let's all redirect our attention to good things in our life. If you look at somebody or if you look at some situation, you may think that it is the worst of all situations in your life. But then you should continue to keep thinking that, okay, maybe there is some good that I may not have observed. So let me try to keep observing these things and then it'll all get better. So wherever your focus goes, that is where, wherever your attention goes, that is where energy also flows. So try to be aware of where you're giving your attention. Is it to complaints? Is it to negative feelings and things like that?
This is the interesting.
Let me mute some people. I don't understand where is this mute button. Can you all mute yourself, please? I don't know where is the mute button. Okay. In the beginning of working with these practices, it takes concentrated days in a row to make gratitude a habit, which is what I was saying, right? It becomes very difficult to even understand what should I be grateful for. You get the low-hanging fruits very easily. Something that you're able to see in front of you, day-to-day things, you'll be able to get it very. But then as days pass, only you will get better and better. Anything that reminds you to be grateful is helping you to turn your life into gold with gratitude. And that's exactly what this magical practice is all about. See, when we even think of spirituality, right? And spirituality doesn't say that you should not think about money. You should not attract money in your life. You should not be, let's say, even if money is coming into your life, you should avoid it. Okay, none of these things are actually true. Many people even don't even think that money should be even charged or things like that. So money has a very opposite connotation, especially with respect to spirituality. And even with, let's say, okay, I'm very spiritual now, I should not go to places like malls and all those kinds of things because that I may not see good things, or I should not see movies. So there are so many such biases. See, it's all about, you can see anything provided you know what is that inner thoughts, what is the inner message that you're talking to yourself about. So the more you are grateful, the more you are bringing gold into your life. Why is it that everything, money will improve, health will improve, relationships will improve? But then you may have just thought about some spiritual things also, depending on your thing. But what I'm trying to tell is, gratitude is one level less than self-love. And it is a very human related feeling. Self-love is slightly divine. It is related to the heart chakra. So it is slightly divine and more subtle in nature. To go to self-love, we need to win over gratitude first. We need to become PhD in gratitude. How do we become PhD in gratitude? By practicing gratitude in every aspect of your life. Because only when there is an abundance of good relationships, abundance of health, abundance of money, and any aspect of your life, these are the key areas of your life. But then if you take anything else also, it has to be abundant in your life. Then you will not feel a sense of lack at all. Only when there is a sense of lack will we say that, okay, I'm happy with this, I'm not happy with this, all of those things. So there won't be any desires left because it's automatically coming into your life. Like yesterday we were in a gratitude class and the teacher was like, what do I have? What is it that I'm lacking in my life? I don't think, it's like everything is coming into my life because I'm practicing gratitude. It's not like I don't even have any lack. Then finally she said, okay, fine. I think I'm busy. These days I'm very busy. Husband is also busy. So maybe we need to spend a little more time with each other. So like that, it should become over. You should not even be able to think what is there in my life that is a lack. There is absolutely no lack in your life at all. So when there is no lack in your life at all, then you are going to see like beauty everywhere. So that is what gratitude is going to make you do and make you bring. Okay. So Lee Bower presented the gratitude rock practice in the secret film and the book. And he told us the story of a father of a dying child who used a gratitude rock to be grateful for his son's health. And his son made a miraculous recovery. Since then, the gratitude rock has been proven success with many people all over the world who have used it for money, healing, and happiness. See, in our own cultures, we have in temples, we have all the Shiva or anything for that matter, we have a rock where they have consecrated God, or they have invoked the energies of the divine masters into that rock, which is a ritual. They did it with a ritual. So what we are trying to do here is also trying to make rock a magical rock, because we are going to constantly be pumping it with positivity every single day. So see, this is my magical rock. Okay, this is my magical rock. I just found it in a park. I just went to a park and I found it. So today, all of you will have to find a rock like this. Oops. It can be any kind of rock. It should not be crystals or any such thing. Just go to the ground and then look for any kind of rock. And it should not be cement or any such thing. Just take something that is naturally made, and then wash it, and then start using it every single day. We'll tell you how to use it. So basically, it will become like your partner. It will become more like you're carrying a divine being with you, because you are now going to be pumping divine energy into this rock. So it will be like you're holding a magic rock. Okay, over a period of time, the rock will become like that. So whatever you believe and you speak to this rock, you hold this rock and try to do something. So it will become more of a belief, and that energy that is stored in the rock is eventually going to help will be used for any good thing in your life. That is what the belief, it's all about the belief. Okay. So when somebody in the movie, somebody used this magic rock example, and then since then it's also there in a book and all that. So we are just using many of these concepts. What I suggest is, there are 28 chapters in this book with different kind of practices. So you do all the practices when you're doing this workshop diligently. Don't do it very sincerely, okay? Without questioning, you just do it very sincerely. You may like it, you may think it's funny, you may not think it's funny, whatever, but you just do it. But then whether you follow it or no, that is your choice. Any person who follows even one single practice, like your life depends on it, will definitely see miracles. So it's all about the strong beliefs. First, find a rock or a stone. Okay. Choose a small size that fits the palm, like this. Okay. I have it and it's a palm. It's fitting me in my palm. It is smooth. It doesn't have any sharp edges. It is not very heavy. It is not weighty. And it feels really good in your hand when you hold it. You can find a magic rock from your garden if you have one, or a riverbed, or a creek, or an ocean, or a park. You can even find pebbles. Not crystals, okay? Not these crystals that are like ruby gibby and all that. Not that. You can take some rock. Even those pebbles are rocks. They look very pretty, right? My daughter has a white rock. It is very pretty. You can find a magic rock from your garden if you have one. So if you don't have easy access to any of these places, then ask your neighbor, any of your friends or family. You may even have a precious rock or a stone already that you can use as your magic rock. So just take a look, and then when you have found your magic rock, put it by your bedside every single day. What is going to happen? Okay. Don't unmute yourselves, please. We are recording the call. That's why. When you have found your magic rock, put it by your bedside in a place where you will definitely see it when you go to bed. So what I do is I keep this under my pillow every day. And as soon as I go to my bed every single day, what I do, we will read here. Clear some space if necessary so that you can easily see your magic rock when you go to bed. You should make this a practice every single day. Otherwise, you will forget that even the rock exists under your bed. So initially, you may want to keep it in a place, maybe the bedside table or something like that. Just make sure that you remember it. Tonight, just before you go into bed, before you go to sleep, pick up your magic rock, hold it in the palm of one hand and close your fingers like this. Think back carefully through all the good things that happened during the day and find the best thing that happened that you're grateful for. And then say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened. And then so now what you did, while you're holding the rock, you're thinking about the whole day, what are the good things that happened. So first of all, you are being forced to think. You've been forced to replay the whole day. And in that, you're trying to choose good things. You're trying to recall all the good things. Among the good things, first of all, when you search all the good things, it is like automatically saying gratitude because those are you're already selecting those situations or events as the best thing. Sorry, as good things. So then it is like automatically saying gratitude. Then among that, you're choosing the best thing, which means it is like the super best. For that, you're saying thank you. Thank you for that best thing that happened today. You can say it out based on whatever has happened. Then return the magic rock to its place wherever you. So typically I put it back under my pillow and then I sleep. So what is happening every single day when you are holding this rock and energizing it with a thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you every single day. By 28 days, this rock would have become 28 days times thank you. And it is really good. So we've already done 2 days. So let's say 26. So every night for the next 26 days, follow the same magic rock practice. Before you go to sleep, think back through the day and find the best thing that happened through the day while holding a magic rock in your hand. Be as grateful as you can be for that thing and say thank you. Using a rock seems like such a simple thing to do. But through this practice, you will see magical things begin to happen in your life. When you look for the best thing that happened during the day, you will search through many good things that happened. And in the process of searching and deciding on the best one, you are actually thinking of many things that you are grateful for. You will also be ensuring that you go to sleep and wake up with in gratitude each day. Just a minute. Vendor. Okay. So what are you also trying to do here? See, typically, what do we say? Before you sleep, always think about positive things. Don't look at your screens and all of those things we say, right? Because we want to ensure that the mind is typically when we are slowly trying to get to sleep, the mind is at alpha. It is like a sponge. It is at a slightly lower frequency compared to it is vibrating at that speed. The mind speed is reduced. It has reduced a little. It is not very fast. So, and in that level, you are more receptive. You are more in a state of manifestation, or good things are going to happen when you think. Whatever you think at that time is going to happen. That is what they say. So what you should do at that time. So when you say gratitude, that is also setting the foundation for how your dreams are going to be. And what kind of, when we sleep also, we do astral travels and all of those things. So there also it is going to impact. So overall, every single day, morning you're practicing gratitude, night you're practicing gratitude, as soon as you get up, you're practicing gratitude, and you're writing gratitude. It is like whole day, 30 days when you're constantly gratitude here, gratitude there, gratitude here, gratitude there. So that is what you're going to attract more and more and more, because that is where is the energy that you're putting. Okay. So it is also going to set the foundation for things to be good in your life. The count your blessings and magic rock practices will ensure that you begin and end the day with a state of gratitude. Ideally, this counting the blessings, of course, we are doing it at 4 o'clock in the evening. So you're trying to do your practices, maybe half a day, the rest of the day today, and then tomorrow morning and all. So what I suggest is count your blessings every day as soon as you get up. Get up early in the morning. Anyway, you're going to do your 1 hour of practice, right? So along with 1 hour of practice, just make sure that you write 10 blessings. So like I said, in my case, I am able to write more now because my ideas are flowing. Even for you, it will happen. And the more you keep doing this count your blessings exercise, in the same short time, you'll be able to think of more and you'll be able to write more. And the more you write, the more you are able to think and feel for that thing, you'll be able to reap so many rewards. And also it's important to feel it, no? So every time you've already written your gratitude, just go back and read those things and then say thank you, thank you, thank you in your mind. Because when you're rereading it, that is when the feeling is starting. So in fact, they are so powerful that together they would change your life in a few months. But this book is designed to change your life really fast through an abundance of magical practices. Because gratitude is a magic and attracts more things to be grateful for. The concentration of gratitude over 28 days will intensify the magnetic force of your gratitude. When you have a strong magnetic force of gratitude, like magic, you will automatically magnetize everything you want and need to you. So this is a practice. So again, it says we will talk about tomorrow's exercise tomorrow, but today let us see what is the exercise. The exercises, always in every single chapter, the first thing will be repeat steps 1 to 3 of magic practice number 1, which means you have to you have to count your blessings, which is make a list of 10 blessings, and then you have to write why you are grateful for those 10 blessings. How did it help you? So this, you can just say thank you for the food we eat. But then why are you thanking that food? What I have noticed is when you are thanking, when you're looking at people, right? In my opinion, what has typically worked for me is when I'm looking at people, I can say it helps if I tell the reason. But when I'm looking at objects, if I'm saying thank you also, there is one intrinsic understanding of why I'm saying thank you. And it also helps with that particular object. So for example, if I'm saying thank you to the bottle, I don't have to say why. Because when you're looking at the bottle itself, the bottle is vibrating with a certain amount of energy, right? They're all not negative. They're all in that energetic space. We human beings have ego and all of those things. We are not connected to our original. But these objects and all, right, they are already connected to that cosmic energy. They are vibrating at a certain frequency, but they are connected to that cosmic energy. They are in their pure state. So we don't have to actually give a reason to them. They understand. Even plants, they understand a lot better, even if you don't give a reason. It helps to give a reason, especially because you have to put it in your head. The reason, if you put it in your head well, it helps. For example, when you talk to a plant, a dying plant and all that, it will help if you send a lot of love, keep talking to the plant and such things. So always reread your list, and in the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Next is find a magic rock and put it by your bedside. Before going to sleep tonight, hold that magic rock in your hand and think of the best thing that happened today. And say the magic words, thank you, thank you, thank you for the best thing that happened today. Repeat the magic rock practice every night for the next 26 days. Read tomorrow's magical practice today. Okay, half an hour more is there. Okay, I'll go to chapter number 3 because that is also very small. This is about relationships. Okay, I think we will have a lot of talking to do about relationships. So I'll speak something today, or we'll try to finish today. And then I'll also request Anita to do this tomorrow again some more. Imagine if you were the only person on earth. Okay, I love this sentence. It really helped me a lot. Imagine if you were the only person on earth, you would have no desire to do anything. You would be the point in creating, what would be the point in creating a painting if nobody could see it? What would be the point in composing music if no one could hear it? What would be the point in inventing anything if there was no one to use it? There would be no reason to move from one place to another place, because wherever you went, you would be the same person as you were, and no one else would be there. So there would be no pleasure or joy in your life, isn't it? It is your contact and experiences with other people that give your life joy, meaning, and purpose. Because of that, your relationships affect your life more than anything else. So relationships are such a important thing in our life, isn't it? Because we may be having the money, we may be having the everything in our life, but then there is always that small things that we may face with either disturbances that we may face in the office, or with people in our own family or relatives, or anything for that matter. So always there is some disturbance, which is exactly why we are here to fix it, isn't it? So if you were alone, that is the first thing that you can think through. When we say, oh, they're not giving us respect, they don't listen to us, they don't do this, they don't do that, we don't have a proper communication with each other, they don't give me time, they think I'm dumb. There are so many things that come to me when clients talk about their spouses and all of that. Or my mother-in-law is really bothering me a lot. There is always this, my mother itself is doing this, my mother-in-law itself is doing this. So there is a lot of such blame and complaints and all of those things that we bring in our life. But the very first thing that we can think of is, why do we have all of these things? Because there would be no joy. There would be no joy if you actually knew, or if you were absolutely feeling that you were the only person in your life. Today, we know technically we are the only person in this universe. And whoever you see around you is just a reflection of yourself. How they are being reflected. If you go to a dinosaur movie or something, 3D, 4D movies, you in your seat itself, you will feel all the dinosaurs shouting and walking and those things you will feel. But in the multi-dimensional reality, the entire thing around you is nothing but a screen, and whatever you see there is like virtual reality. Everything is like literally real. It's like a multi-dimensional movie. But the movie is so real that you will feel that it is real. It is actually still a movie. And what is being played in the movie are those movies that you've already directed in your past lives. And all these actors are now having soul contracts with you, and they are bringing you all of these messages because you need to learn from your past life experiences. And what kind of messages are they bringing to you? They are bringing you something based on what you are vibrating at. Let's say you're vibrating at 100 hertz or something. They will give you 100 hertz related messages from that past based on whatever is the contract. For example, if somebody has to give you fear, they will give you those kinds of situations. So it's a very dynamic programming, dynamic matchmaking and everything. So if they are just give you, and whatever they tell you is already inside your head, but you did not know. That is why they are telling you. If you were so connected to your inner self, to your inner voice, if you knew exactly who you were and all of that, then you would not have anybody, because everything is already coming to you, and all the things that are being told are coming from inside. So if whatever you don't understand from inside, you don't know about yourself only, is coming from outside. So it is all a make-believe world, but those souls exist. But what you see in them is basically yourself. They are like a mirror. The screen is like a mirror, and they are enacting what is already inside you. But if that was really something that you would know, today you don't feel like that. But then what if you actually saw that there was nothing, it was only a blank screen everywhere? Because everything is inside you. It doesn't really give you inspiration to learn anything, right? So there has to be movement, there has to be drama. Which of these movies really get a lot of rating and all of that, which has a lot of drama and which has a lot of songs, which really have a good story, right? Which has nice cinematography. All of these things only, then only that movie becomes a hit. Movie doesn't. Lenovo tab, you can keep unmuting yourself. This is the multiple times I've already done it, please. So it's important for you to understand that you need those things, and that's why your life, you are able to learn based on the simulations that happen between you and your mirror reality. But if you don't like what you see in your mirror, you have to raise your vibrations by giving it that gratitude. Gratitude is one of the ways. There are many ways in which we can do it, but then gratitude is one of the ways. I also have been teaching blessings and Ho'oponopono also has thank you in it. But either way, gratitude is a very key principle that is taught across many cultures and religions and all of that. Right? So you have to go higher. When you go to 200, whatever comes from the database, from the Akashic records to in front of you for you to learn, is more 200 related, which is much better than 100. So you have to go higher. Okay. So it is your contact and experiences with other people that give you joy, meaning, purpose, and everything. Because of that only, your relationship affects your life more than anything else. But when you be in a relationship, you expect that perfection in everything. Everybody, we are the kings. They are all our servants. They should just follow whatever we want to do. They should not obstruct us. They should not say anything to us. But at the same time, they should also ask us again where you went. They should also have conversations with us. So our expectations keeps changing. Sometimes we think that they should not say anything. Sometimes we think that they should say everything. Sometimes we think that we need alone time. Sometimes we think that we need them. So it is like we want them to be our puppets, but that doesn't work, because we also have to learn some things from and make our own life more stable. So to receive the life of your dreams, it is vital that you understand how your relationship affects your life now, and how they are most powerful channels for gratitude to start magically changing your life. See, in Bhagavad Gita, what they say is, again, same concept, that everything is a reflection of yourself and everybody is here only to give you those lessons. And what are these lessons? It is like in the past, whatever you have done, now you are going to experience the opposite of it. In the past, if you're this side, then this time you will be the receiver. Last time you were a giver, this time you'll be the receiver. Because for you to understand a holistic picture of this concept of any, let's say, abusive relationship, I'll just take the example of an abusive relationship. Maybe in one relationship, in one life, I was a abusive husband. Now in some other life, I'll be a receiving wife. Only then I will be able to understand, oh, I got this experience also, then I got this, now I'm getting this experience. But when we are giving this experience also, we will be abusing this person because we don't like them and then we hate them and whatever. Then we are in this stage also, we keep getting irritated. Why is my husband like this? Why is my husband like this? Why is he abusing me like this? So there's always a resistance to everything. So we are learning to appreciate, we are learning to accept things the way they are. We only planned this, right? So we need to accept that it will come into our life. So, so this is what is called karma. We planning the opposite of what we already did, because we want to learn from that only is called karma. It is not bad, okay? Karma is not bad. Karma is necessary part of growing, because otherwise you will just not be familiar with some aspects of that life or that kind of a character or that kind of a behavior. And then you will constantly keep trying to search your Satchidanand state in that as a soul. Maybe next life you will bring that experience only, because you need to see everything in your treasure hunt game to go through till your bliss. You have to search everything. Like if you lose something in your house, in every single space that you plan to keep it, you will search, right? So similarly here also, in everything that God has created, you will search. Only through that search, you will actually get that better thing. To this, okay. Science is now confirming the wisdom of the great sages of the past. Oh, I was talking about Bhagavad Gita, right? So in Bhagavad Gita, what they say is these people in your life are here to give you all of these experiences. They are not actually bad, or they are not actually giving that behavior to you because they have some evil plan in their head or something. They are giving that experience to you because it is you only who are like that. You played that character in the past, and now it's your time to receive how that character it will be when you are the receiver. Okay. So what Bhagavad Gita says is you don't have to worry about what they are. So drop your expectations from these characters. Drop your likes and dislikes with respect to these characters and only bring gratitude with respect to these characters. So when you have gratitude that they are, oh, all these actors have come to play in my movie, they have agreed to play in my movie. So I'm so grateful to them that they have come and then they're going to make my movie a great success. So that is what a director is also thinking, right? He in the movie, he will say thank you to this person, thank you to the music director, thank you to cameraman, thank you to this, thank you to that. They offer thanks in every single movie. Like that, if you are the director of your movie, you also have to say thanks to everybody who's playing the role in your life. Because if you don't express thank you, they wouldn't have been in your life. Because they are there in your life because you have they had to play a role from your own movie. The script you only have given. So be grateful to people in your life, and especially the first circle, family, immediate family. Usually that immediate family will not at all be great because there is so much to learn from that immediate family. But then what happens? Your neighbor, your cousin's family, they'll have great children. Let's say your children will be hopeless. But then your cousin's family and some other people around your house and everything, they'll have very like textbook like children, very disciplined. They're always listening to their parents. They're always studying they are doing their homework. They are very great in football, this, that, whatever. So there is textbook kind of people. Why is it that we see things outside, but why don't we see that inside the house? Is because we pick and choose aspects of our life where we need a lot of problems for us to get better. Let's say if I have a chronic lying habit, what will I do? I will select a set of family members, characters to play those family members who are very, very strict about, who just want people to only tell the truth and all that. Because unless that kind of a situation happens where you're forced to tell the truth every single time, you're not learning from it. So somebody who has to give you great great messages as a teacher, strict teachers in your life, who has to give you a lot of messages. They'll have to keep bombarding you with those problems. That only is called family. Then initially you may have parents and all that bombarding you all the time. Parents, sisters, brothers. Then that contract period is going to relax, and then you'll have some other contract with some other people who's going to give you some new set of problems. Let's say you didn't learn the first set of problems at all from your parents. The same is going to now repeat with the next set of people. They will have some more to give you because you have contract with them. Okay, they will have, let's say, XYZ. ABC you did not learn with your parents. ABC plus XYZ will come in next second half of your life. So always remember that if you have not learned something, it will keep coming. Pattern, it will keep coming. From different people, same thing only will come. So always think that family is a great place to learn, especially immediate family. Never run away from your immediate family. Never try to avoid your immediate family. You may find the hardest lessons in your immediate family, but that only is going to take you towards enlightenment someday. There are so many books written, or maybe in PSSM, some masters used to say that many of them used to be sages. They used to be rishis, sitting and doing meditation for years together. They have done meditation, but they could not be ready to finish that life of life and death, because the cycle of birth and death, because they did not have enough credits or the count or points in a grihastha in a setup where there is family, in a crowded place, those kinds of things. See, you can do anything when you're alone. The only challenge comes when you have people around you. Along with the challenges, you should still be stable. That is the challenge. Okay. It is like the next level of challenge. Initially, you may learn to go to the forest. Maybe you will have to just battle rain, sun, some ants, wildlife, cold, hunger, those kinds of things. But then that is still within your control, and then maybe you will somehow manage. But then the challenge will come when suddenly all these people around you are very dynamic. You throw one stone at them, they are throwing 2 stones back at you. That is family. Okay. So here, the amount of learning we have is plenty. A person who's sitting in the forest and sitting and meditating, his true test, 12 years, let's say he's sitting and meditating continuously. Now his true test will be, let him come to the marketplace. And then let him patiently accept all kinds of noise, patiently accept all kinds of ups and downs, negative talk, shouting, screaming, and everything. If he's able to accept all of those things, then definitely he's a winner. The 12 years definitely taught him something. If he loses his patience and that's it, it's gone. All the 12 years is a big waste. So like that, your tapas is successful only if you are able to apply what you are learning in this class or any spiritual class with your family members. That is your battleground. That is your Kurukshetra. So if you are not able to apply there and you are not able to come into that state of oneness, come into that state of Sthita Prajna state or that center state within your family members, everything is of a big waste. You can't do good things to somebody else and think that my family is very bad, this, that, people are very irritating, they do this, they do that, they don't talk to me, we don't have a good relationship, all that you can tell, but then you go and do some social service outside, it is a big waste because you are here planted in one area, you're going and doing service to some other area. So if you don't learn in this place where you have planted yourself, it is important that you will not learn anything in that also, and then you'll again bring that situation back in your life. Okay, so coming back to this, science is now confirming that the wisdom of the great sages of the past with the research studies showing that people who practice gratitude have closer relationships and more connected to family and friends, have other people look upon them favorably. But probably the most astounding static that has come out of most research studies is that for every one complaint about one person, whether in thought, word, or even action, there has to be 10 blessings for the relationship to flourish. Imagine how many complaints and how much of blame games we do in our life. And complaint has become so natural. Whether we are complaining about weather, we are complaining about the water, we are complaining about some delivery that has become late, we are complaining about so many things in our life. And imagine how much of deficit we go into. One complaint equal to minus 10. Whatever 10 blessings you did has been taken away from you. And 2 complaints minus 20. Which means today, if you think I'm complaining, you have to keep track. Oh, I have to write 10 blessings. Today I have already done 3. Okay, so which means I have to still sit and write 30, count my blessings. I've already done my blessings in the morning. That is not enough because the more and more we keep doing, the better. So I have to go and write 30 more. I need to think more, 30 more and write today. Because it has come so naturally, the complaints, you won't even know that you're complaining. That is the best part. You don't even know that you're complaining. It is so casual. So even some simple things, it has become like that. So one complaint equal to 10 blessings. And relationship, imagine how much we complain. Any less than 10 blessings for every one complaint and the relationship will deteriorate. And if the relationship is a marriage, then it will definitely end in a divorce. So that is what is very important for you to understand, that how much we think about breaking relationships. But what you are getting today is what you have sowed in the past. That is what you're going to reap. So if you say this person is like this, that person is like this, my husband is like this, my wife is like this, and all of those things, That is what you're talking, right? That is what is the story you're telling about the other person? When the story that you're telling about the other person has no single positive sentence also inside it, then imagine why will that experience come to you in a positive way? It is all about deposits, right? So if you don't give that thing, then you will not get it. So it is like how much of lack of love. Love is nothing but that appreciation that you are seeing in that life, in that person. So if you're not able to see anything worthy of gratitude in that life, in that person, then why will you get any experience from them that is going to be equal to gratitude? Okay, so any gratitude makes a relationship flourish. As you increase your gratitude for any relationship, you will magically receive an abundance of happiness and good things in that relationship. And gratitude for your relationship doesn't change only your relationship. It also changes you. And you are here to change yourself. You are not here to change somebody else. So like if in the relationship exercise, if they give you an exercise saying, what do you want from that person? The way I would think about is, I would not say what I want from that person. I would say, what am I not giving to that person, which I'm seeing as a lack? I'm seeing that lack of, if I'm not able to withdraw something, some character from some person, it is because I have not given that into that relationship. So there is a deficit in that account. So you need to deposit more. So that is what you need to think about. What am I not depositing in that relationship? Then you can say, yeah, I want love more because I'm not depositing love. So you have to give more love. I'm not giving respect. I'm not getting respect. So which means I'm not respecting that person. I'm just talking whatever bullshit I want to talk about them. Then what is it? I'm not able to get their time because I'm not giving time to them because I am also busy. So all of these things, when you want to think about what you want changes from them, first you have to see what changes you have to bring in yourself towards them. Then only the next step about what you want from them will happen, because only when you give only know you can get. So no matter what your temperament, and gratitude for your relationship does not change only yours. It says if you, which is exactly why we are making you do mother and father exercise, right? So when you are grateful for your parents, you are grateful for the whole chain of all the masculine relationships and the feminine relationships you ever have in your life. And all the ancestral, so many things, it's going to cascade into that whole chain. Mother, father, then you, mother, father's mother, father, mother, father, mother, father, every single mother, father, every single lady in your life, every single man in your life, everything will change. That is why we are making you do that 1 hour of practice. 1 hour is not easy. It will make you sit and want that. If you want that more, you will sit and do it. If you think it's okay, I'm tired, my hand is paining, this is paining, that is paining. What is new? Tell me what is new. Everything is going to pain, everything is going to become uncomfortable. But then are you willing to make that, are you willing to put that effort to make it possible, to make it matter? Then sit and do. Sit and do that 1 hour of exercise. After this 1 month, who knows whether you'll sit and do. If you sit and do diligently today, then it will become a habit by the end of the month. Today only if you're showing, if you're not giving, today only if you're giving excuses, then after 30 days though, there is nobody to even control you, right? To even guide you. So hence, no matter what your temperament is now, gratitude will give you more patience, understanding, compassion, and kindness to the point where you won't even recognize yourself. I'm sure all of you practicing gratitude, you might have noticed a shift in your consciousness. There is some amount of silence within yourself. The little irritations that you once felt, the complaints that you had in your relationships will disappear. Because when you are truly grateful for another person, there is nothing you want to change about that person. You won't see acceptance, only where there is resistance, only where you resist, issues will persist. Resist means you want that person to change because what they're giving you, you don't like. Whose problem is it? It's your problem. Why should you change them? Change yourself. So so these little irritations that you felt will change because you are now trying to accept them the way they are. So don't fight anything. Don't resist anything. Especially all these past relationships that are coming as a message to you, right? As a reflection. How can they change? They can't change. They're all like constants. Can a mirror reflection change? Only when you put bindi, only they'll put bindi. They'll see, you can see bindi in the reflection. So that is what it is all about. So you can't just keep complaining and go into deficit. Instead, you fix yourself, and then these irritations that you once felt because of other people's lack or whatever you see in them will disappear because you are truly grateful for that person just being there in your life. You won't criticize, complain about them or blame them because you're too busy being grateful for the good things about them. So focus on the white aspects. Don't keep looking at the black dot. In fact, you won't even be able to see the things you used to complain about because you're so busy habituating yourself with these gratitude things. We can only be said to be alive in those moments when our hearts are conscious of our treasures. So Thornton Wilder said, unless you count your blessings, there is nothing you are grateful for. So a person is very happy and joyful only when he is full. When he is full, he's even very humble because he's like a king. He has everything in his life. He's giving gratitude for everything. He's giving gratitude for money. He's giving gratitude for health. He's giving gratitude for relationships. He's like a full person. So a full person will not even have a word called lack in his life, which means there is nothing to complain. There is nothing to worry about. There's nothing to blame. Imagine how beautiful your life will be, right? When you have nothing to even say about anybody, about your health, nothing you have. So that is called an abundant state. And that abundance will happen when you become a PhD in gratitude. And it is not difficult. It doesn't need any degree. It doesn't need any classes like this also. It is just a knowledge that we are bringing to you. But what is actually going to matter is the consistent, disciplined practice when you bring this inside your life. By the law of attraction, whatever you think or say about another person, you bring it to you. If you say she is very irritating, she's very irritating, she's very irritating, it means that you will only get irritating experiences from that person, not only from that person, from every other person around you also. Everything will become more irritating to you. So this is the very reason why the greatest minds and teachers of the world have told us to be grateful. They knew that for you to be receiving more in your life, for your life to magically increase, you have to be grateful for others just as they are. What if a person close to you said, I love you, just the way you are? How would you feel? Hey, imagine, think about God, okay? Think about the Almighty. We don't think we are perfect, right? But isn't He loving us the way we are? Aren't you getting good things in your life? If you're counting your blessings, if you have at least little to count in your life, haven't all that been given to you only because there is love from the Creator towards you? So we are having the essence of the Creator inside us. So we also should we also should accept the other person the way they are. Today's magical practice is being grateful for the people just as they are. Even if all your relationships are currently good, they will increase with more magnificence throughout this practice. And with everything you will find to be grateful for in each person, you will see gratitude perform its breathtaking magic, and your relationships will be stronger, more fulfilling, and more enriching than you ever thought they could be. For example, if you think that, oh, my husband is not at all working, I tell him so many things, but he doesn't do. I tell my daughter all of these things. I tell my children all of these things, study, do this, do that, but they don't do at all. So at that time, when you just accept them the way they are, okay, fine, yeah, see, what I'm thinking is a desire. Yeah, I wish that they were like that. But then you'll have to reflect on, am I like that? There is resistance to accept them the way they are. So wherever there is resistance, they are persisting to make you believe that You have lack inside your head. That is why you're seeing all these things. So, but when you say, okay, fine, I'm accepting them the way they are. I only created these realities inside me. Maybe I've done it right. So let them be the way they are. I will not do anything to change them. But what I want inside my life is to just love them. Maybe I'm not loving them enough. See, I'm able to see all these problems inside them. So which means I have to see and change my perspective. I'm seeing only the dark spots. I need to go and see the white. So when you make an effort to look at more of good things in their life, good things in that person, and then you become busy to fix yourself, then what will happen? All of these things will start to change, and then things will become more enriching and rewarding. And then suddenly those people will start doing things that you did not expect them to do. How many times you would have told them, do this, do that, do this, do that, come and help me. I'm very busy. I don't have time for this. Why don't you help me? They wouldn't have come and helped you at all. Suddenly, after all this, when you just stopped focusing on their problems and then, let them be the way they are, I will work on myself because I only have all these problems. So when you work on yourself, suddenly they'll come and say, can I help you? I think you're too busy, right? These days you look very tired. Can I come and help you? They will only offer. Today, if you're not getting help, it is because you have not helped them. If you're getting help, it means that you have already given that help as a deposit. So don't try to ask them. You can ask, but then they may or may not help you. So always try to focus on your deposits, because automatically everything is going to happen. Automatically everything happening is far more easier than you go in asking, begging, pleading and all that, right? So better. So this is such an easy thing, right? To make sure that the world which is created for us works for us. It's such a magical thing to happen. So what you should do, just keep depositing gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. In your copywriting, just keep writing, feeling. So easy. So choose 3 of your closest relationships to be grateful for. Only 3. Okay. 3 of your closest. You may have the 4th brother or the 4th sister, 4th person in your house. So now you choose only 3 people. Okay. These 3 people who has. So choose only these 3 people, and maybe your wife, your son, your father, whoever, 3 people in your life. And then you might choose the best friend, whoever you want, friend, relationship, anything. As long as you get a photograph of all of them. The photo can be in your phone. The photo can be physically a passport size photograph. If you have, these days, nobody has passport size photographs except you, if you want to apply for some of these government things. But otherwise, if you have that photo on the phone, that is also good. These days, Facebooks, Instagrams and all have plenty of photos of your people. That also you can take. But what you should do is you have to keep that with you, and then that is the exercise. So whenever you look at the person's photograph today, say, thank you, thank you, thank you. You just have to look at the photo. Can you please not self, please? Just whenever you look at the photographs today, just say the person, thank the person by saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you look at, let's say, Haley in this case, thank you, Haley. If you're moving around a lot, carry the photograph with you in your pocket or a bag and make an effort to look at the photograph 3 times during the day, following the same procedure. So what you're saying is to that person, suddenly you'll be able to think about some relationship with that person, feeling for that person, whatever. But when you look at that person 3 times in a day, see, now we are teaching, you're going through this class, right? So now you'll do, tomorrow you'll do, now night, and then tomorrow morning, and then maybe till tomorrow evening, 4 o'clock. You can just keep looking at these photographs and just keep saying thank you whenever you can, 3 times. So the more you can be grateful for good things in your relationships, the faster the relationship in your life will miraculously change. So very important. Investment in that relationship. We can do thank you generically to father, mother. That also will help. But it is not focused on one area, right? So if you want to bring focus on one area, then you have to focus on that area only more, because wherever the focus goes, energy will flow. When you do mother, father, your focus is not on, let's say, husband. It will come to husband over time. But you need to first, if you want changes in your life with respect to husband, do mother, father also, do husband also. Thank you, husband. Okay, so this is the exercise. Again, write, count your blessings every day, 10. Then you'll do that magic rock. So choose 3 of your closest relationships, collect a photograph of each of these persons, and write 5 things you're most grateful for about that person in your copywriting book. So if you take your husband, if you take your wife, or if you take your children, what are you grateful for about each person? Every day you can write if you think that relationship needs a change. Otherwise, for this particular exercise, you can just write 5 things and write it in your copywriting book itself. And then begin each sentence with the magic word thank you. Thank you. Let's say thank you, Haley, for being very generous that you helped me with the cloth, folding the clothes today. Thank you, Shushma, for helping me with understanding this concept today. Something like that. Okay. Begin your sentence with the thank you and what you are specifically grateful for. And carry these photographs, and then 3 times at least look at their photograph and say thank you, thank you. Every time you look at their face, in other parts, other times, you can just say thank you. Or you can just say thank you for this, thank you for that. That also you can do. But in the book, when you're writing, just 5 sentences for each person. And then before you sleep, take the magic rock in your hand and say thank you for the best thing that happened today. Okay. So magic health tomorrow, Anita will do. Now we will stop the sharing. So what are the final takeaway points? Homeworks I'm talking about again. Morning, early morning, 1 hour of gratitude you're anyway going to do. Mother, father part. Thank you, mother. Thank you, father. I thank you, mom. Thank you, dad. Or thank you, I, that one. So then you will have 10 things that you're grateful for because of chapter number 1. And now, because of relationships chapter, take 3 people in your life, take their photographs, and then you can just write 5 things about each person. And then night when you sleep, you will find that rock. You'll anyway be using all the 26 days. So find a rock today night before you sleep. Just find any rock and then hold that rock and then think of all the best. Think of all the good things that happened. You'll have to search, right? In your database, you'll have to search what happened in the morning, what happened in the afternoon, what happened. All that you'll keep searching. And then in that best thing you will search. And then I'm so grateful for that best thing in this happened, that happened. You can just say thank you, thank you, thank you. So these are the things we'll anyway put this in the group. So any questions? So here every chapter, the counting the blessings will anyway happen. Magic rock will anyway happen. This 5 relationships for 5 points will anyway not happen every single time. But if you think relationship itself is a big issue, continue to keep doing that exercise every single day. So from now on, you have to see, okay, money is a problem. I will keep writing. I'll continue to keep writing money exercise every day. Health is a problem. I'll keep writing health extra every single day. Even I will do that new exercise also. I will do health exercise also every single day. So like that, you have to think and choose where you want to put your energy. And the more you put your energy in specific things also, that also will improve. But don't pick one thing and leave one more thing. Okay, it is always better to have additional things rather than leaving something. Okay, any doubts so far? Any doubts so far?
I have a doubt.
Yes, Satya.
See, today when I was doing thank you for my mother, father, I was also remembering my father-in-law and mother-in-law. Will that be okay if I remember them also in the thoughts?
You can remember them also in the thoughts. For me also that happened. I was
actually thinking thank you Amma, thank you Appa for them also, because I mean both of them I call Amma Appa. So like I mean that way, is that okay? I mean for
there is nothing like not okay. Anything is okay. If you're getting that feeling, you are getting it probably naturally. So it's okay.
Yeah.
We can't force ourselves to think some. For me also, when I was, I call my mother, mummy and daddy, but then Appa and Amma also I was writing. So both of these things used to come every now and then. So these days I'm also writing it separately because anyway I'm doing it separately, but it's okay.
Right. And then it
Either
was
it
like
doesn't matter.
gradually going off to my sister-in-law and my husband and all that a little bit. But then I was then trying to get back to Amma Appa again and this thing, not focusing on that itself. So
Yeah, like I
that,
said, what happens is it is like a root. Mother and father are like roots. When you energize your root and deposit into the root, then that will flow to all the ecosystem, your connection.
so it was okay to do that. Yeah. But I mean, it was a difficult half an hour I wrote and then hands are paining. And then I started writing the blessings. That's
Yeah.
all I could do today.
So slowly that will improve. For me also it happened. You can just shake your hand or do some exercises like this, and then you can start off. When the muscle pains, slow down, give it a break, and again start. It's like using muscles in the gym also. When you're practicing any sort of exercises, muscle will pain, then you give that rest, then again you use, give that rest, you will again use.
Right.
Slowly it will improve only when you use it.
Because we don't write now anymore.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, absolutely. Even signature, I was not able to do these days. These days, because of this, thank you, I'm able to do signature.
No, I was writing very fast at the beginning. Then I realized I think I shouldn't have written so fast. So probably that's why it was.
Yeah, slow down a little. Maybe that also helps. Yeah.
uh,
It's not about how many times you said thank you. It's about how many times you got the feeling of thank you.
I understood that. Yeah, I understand that. That's why I was saying I was getting thoughts about them also. I mean, so many things I was remembering about them also. It's not just my father, mother, or anybody.
Yeah.
And
The idea is in that whole 1 hour, you're ensuring that that mind is not going away to negative things.
got it.
Okay, you're locking that mind towards being positive and
Right.
being the highest state of that frequency called gratitude.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to remember only the positive things of everything that they themselves inculcated in their children and things like that also. That is what my thoughts were going,
Yeah.
like how what are the good things that they transfer to their kids and what I learned from them. So many things you learn over the period of life from everybody, right? Not just our parents or this thing. So that's what I was remembering.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. Any other doubts?
Yes, Smita. I just want to know the three relationships you said, right? We are saying thank you to your mom and father and mother.
That is separate.
Separate. And other than we can again include father and mother or be another three relationships.
Bring another three relationships better. Because anyway, when you're feeling for father and mother, you're anyway feeling gratitude every day. So try to bring in some other three relationships.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else? Pick somebody that is more closer, more whom you interact with, more in the first circle, that is more better. Something, or if let's say you're very far away from your parents and all that, and now your interaction is more with your office colleagues and your friends, that also is okay. Because they are the ones who's giving you experiences now, no? And you are having trouble with them, then you bring that relationship only first. What you are getting more exposure to for now? Of course, you'll have your entire life to keep picking three people and going in future. Start with some three. Anybody else? Okay. If there are no questions, then we will end the call. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for taking your time to attend this call. So relationship is a very important chapter in everybody's life. So if there is some lack in any of your relationship and there is some negative aspect in any of their relationship, it means that we have sowed a lot of negative thoughts ourselves into that relationship. So we need to now, we can't change that. Because if somebody is constantly coming and giving you, let's say, experiences, let's say mother-in-law is constantly coming and telling you some things and you feel irritated about it and all of those things, you should not try to change them and all of that. Right now, there is no change possible. But what you can do is, yes, they can keep telling negative things about me, but I will now start depositing positive. because of my past negative deposits only, I am getting this result. But the result I can't change now. What I can change is my deposit starting today. And I should refuse to give any negative things, because one negative is also equal to 10 positives. So that much of money will go off, that much of points will go off from your deposits. Okay, that much will get withdrawn and you will not get it back at all as good experience. So always be very stingy to do any negative things. Always be very generous to do positive, be generous to appreciate, be generous to be grateful, be generous to look for positive things in anything. What you want in your life, only you have to give more. That is the deposit that you need to think. Okay. Thank you, friends.
I
Thank
have an
you.
idea. Now that you've talked about it, can I say something?
Sure.
I have an idea. I think we should write this line on our copybook, a heading every day, every page. One negative was equal to taken away 10 blessings.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think that we should do. That will probably make us remember every day not to say anything.
See all this hard work you're doing, right?
Right.
1 hour of gratitude of mother, father, then 10 blessings every day. So whole day's work is gone. If you say
Right.
one complaint, one negative thing, one irritation, one this, one, any of those negative emotions is going to take away 10 positives.
Right. I think I'm going to write it.
Sometimes he
on the
will
copy.
want to feel, sometimes the complaint might be very genuine. When we say don't complain, people might say, how do I even talk? That is what we have to do these days. I mean, if that's, let's say somebody, tailor has not stitched something properly to me, shouldn't I even tell the tailor that this is not okay? That is a question that many people are saying. So you can, instead of going and say, what is this? Is this the way to stitch? And then coming and going and scolding him, getting irritated with him, shouting at him, what kind of tailor are you? So that kind of, instead of that, giving that kind of talk, you can say, see, there are these aspects that are not fitting me. So is it better that you can do this? Can you do this? Can you do that? So there is a way to complain also. There's a way to express your feedback. It is more than complaint. Complaint is more about allegations. I don't like this. Why did you do this? Those kinds of things. So don't complain. Instead, speak, give a feedback. Give a feedback, but then that feedback should not be based on your likes and dislikes. So there is a very subtle difference. So just see how you want to communicate that, and that should not be more like a
Like
irritation.
how school teachers get children to do the work without ever complain, ever telling them anything that they have done this wrong or that wrong.
Yeah.
But they get children to do the work.
Yeah, it's a knack only. You see, only when you keep practicing, we will get to know. Otherwise, we are so great at complaining and blaming that much. I don't
never
do
say
these days.
that, right? I mean, our school teachers never they complained about us,
Yeah.
but they got us to do all the work.
Oh no, maybe you're very lucky. There are many people who probably do that even now. So yeah, and also in our own gratitude class, what they say is when you're talking about your negatives, when you're sharing about your negatives, don't even call it these are the bad things that happened in my life. Instead of saying that, you can just say these are the breakthroughs. I think they call it breakdowns. Yeah, these are the breakdowns that happened in my life. This relationship had a breakdown. So you're not actually specifying what happened in that relationship. You're just saying it's a breakdown. It's just a common word. So they say like that. So I think we can use that and then start to talk about it and just get over it. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you, Smita.